Hey everyone, welcome to week 7 of fantasy football. This is a totally non-scripted one because I'm tired and I want to go to bed and I've been gone all day. But normally I do script these out somewhat, so I kind of know what I'm saying going into. But this one, I thought I'd give you the behind the scenes, the editor's cut version, whatever you say to say. Like, this is just me saying it as I see it, with no prompting. So good luck to me and to you for having to listen to it. But let's get into the stud from last week. Just looking over the standings from last week, the scoreboard, I would say the stud has to go to Chris Spring. Mainly because I don't think I've given out the stud award to anyone yet who is just dominating, and he's 5-1, number one in the league. Got the high score last week. So just deserve it. Good job, Chris. And good play last week. Beat the number 3 score? Ooh, the number 4 score. So good job. Luck ratings, positive for you. The duds, I'm going to give it to Andy Black and Aaron Spring, mainly because I tried to trade him the number 1 quarterback in fantasy football because my team stinks. I have the number 4, so why do I need the number 1? To both of them, who probably need him, and they both rejected my trades. And then he went up and put 31 points. So you could have had that. So I give you guys the dud awards. Anyone else that would like a quarterback, I have 2. I will trade you 1. That's it. The studs and duds of last week. So let's get into the games for this week. We have a lot of dumpster games, I see. A lot of 2-2, 2-4 teams, 3-3 teams, 1 win versus 2 win teams. So should be an interesting one. We should have games that actually matter. So let's get into the very first one. The very first one for this week is Ben Black and Drew Wagner. One of those 3 versus 3. So who wants the winning record? Let's see. Ben, you already had Derek Carr go. 36.2 points, which is great. Who else do I really like? I would have said that I liked Carr. I don't know if I would have said 36 points. I like Gurley. He really seems to have found it, and the Rams seem to move the ball pretty well. And I think Arizona's prone to giving up a lot of yards. And I like the Vikings going against Baltimore. I just got a feeling that Flacco's going to throw some interceptions. Oh, geez, there you go. Drew's got Mariota against the Browns, so he's going to do really well. And Rashard Matthews, I'm sure, will get open, but Delaney Walker's the person to have in that one. And besides that, the Jaguars probably will do well against Indy, even though they can get hot. I'm giving this win to Ben because it was hard to come up with more than the Browns suck to make Drew's team sound good. All right, let's get to game number 2. Game number 2 is Aaron versus Nick. This is a good one, 4-2 versus 3-3. Aaron is starting Tyrod Taylor. That makes sense. You don't want Alex Smith. You'd rather have Tyrod Taylor. Ty Montgomery, I give up on anyone Green Bay. So he used to be a positive. I think Cooks is good. I think he's never going to put up a big game, but he seems to be consistent. And as I mentioned in the last video, Delaney Walker will be a good start for you. So I like Evans. Didn't say that, but I like him. I like Cooks. I like Walker. I think that should be a good week for you there. Kareem Hunt only getting 13.7. That's kind of a surprise. I would have thought he would have got more. Cameron Brate seems to be catching touchdowns a lot. And Decker, again, who knows? The Browns could give up points to anyone. But I'm getting the feel that I think Matt Ryan is going to have the ghost of the Super Bowl, so that's going to slow him down too. So I'm calling an upset here, and I'm going with Aaron pulling the upset off against Nick Reichel, but not because of Tyrod Taylor. I hope that you lose the difference. Like if you take the Smith thing in, and you know what the offer was, I hope it works out against you. All right, to our weekly, what has to happen, which is me beating a 2-win team, so that shouldn't be too hard. But Marshawn Lynch sucked for Tyler, so that's good. I would have said that. I would have said Amari Cooper still like not catching any touchdowns or yards, but that clearly didn't happen as he got 40 points. So now what really has to happen? The Browns have to give up 1 billion points so that they get negative in their defensive slot. Duke Johnson needs to not catch the ball. They need to have a better crow sighting this week to keep Johnson off the field. I need Seattle to remind the Giants that they suck after their 1 week. I need Cam Newton to do one of those things where he just throws interceptions but no touchdowns this time. And Antonio Brown, I need him to get hurt. All right, for my team, I need Carson Wentz to continue his prowess as one of the best in the league. Blunt's got to get a touchdown. Peterson has to run like he did last week. Calvin Benjamin, 1, has to play. 2, has to catch touchdown and get like 6 receptions instead of like 3. Amendola has to get a TD. And the Titans need to get 3 interceptions off of Kaiser and the Browns. Do I think all that's going to happen? No. Tyler, you win and enjoy it. Your Amari Cooper might be enough. All right, next is me. I mean, not me. Next is Chris versus... Spazzing out. Chris versus someone. Chris versus someone. We'll come back to that one. We'll go Heiser versus Ben. All right, Heiser, what do I like? I like Bell. They're giving me the ball now. McCaffrey, I think he's going to get more touches because Stewart is not running the ball very well. And I would have said Kelsey, but he didn't show up for you. For Ben Baker, that don't really like your quarterback, Alex Smith is on the table. I don't like Jordy Nelson anymore. AJ Green against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh seems to be shutting down. Receivers decently. Aguilar, I like him for you. That's about it. So, Heiser, you win. Let's see if we get back to that Chris game. Chris versus John Davis. This is a good one. Could capture a tie for first. I like Gordon. I think he'll do fine against Denver, even though Denver does slow people down. I think Fitzgerald will have another good game 2 weeks in a row, and I think Ajayi will get a touchdown. But on the other side, I think Tom Brady will torch Atlanta. I just feel like that's coming. Fournette against Indianapolis, that's a no-brainer, but I don't really see anything else. So unfortunately, John, I'm gonna say that Chris wins this one. So enjoy that. And to our last game of the week, Andy versus Jim. Andy versus Jim. You see why I don't do this? We're at 7 minutes. When I scripted, it's only 5. Andy, I don't like Goff. I do like Alex Smith. Elliott is playing. I'm so confused if he's playing and not playing. I'm sure you're equally as confused, so I don't like him for that reason. I like Darkwa. I think he ran the ball pretty well last week, but if that's the player I choose on your team to like, you're probably not going to win, especially when your defense already put up -10, and Tyreek Hill put up 24 for him. So let's just say, like, all he needs to get is Russell needs to get 20, he needs to get a touchdown between his running backs, and 1 other touchdown the rest of the day, and I think he'll win. So, Jim, you win. Enjoy that one. Welcome out of the basement into the 3-win column. That's it. That's all I got. Go Browns, I guess. I don't know. Go stink and get the #1 pick and have someone else draft for you. That's what I'm saying this week. See ya.